our first weekend road trip in our EV. Now we're planning a trip from Penrith here, Western Sydney, down to Jindabyne and Australian ski fields for the weekend. And I'm sure, as you probably know, living in Australia, this is not possible, can't be done. So why am I ruining my weekend with an EV? Well, I'm not actually, but yeah, don't listen to what the government always tells you. So let's have a look at how we're planning this trip. As you can see here, we're starting from Penrith all the way down to Kosciuszko National Park. A total trip of about 445 kilometres. Now we're in a long range performance Model 3. Our charging is telling us we have 482 kilometres. So chances are, if we took it easy, we could probably make it non-stop, because we booked accommodation in Jindabyne that was A, very cheap, and B, had EV charging available. Luckily enough, the place we chose, the Jindabyne Alpine Motel, has both of these. It was the cheapest one available for this weekend, and also has slow charging available for customers. Perfect. So we could probably make it non-stop if we could, you know, have a good run. What we're actually going to do is probably stop at Canberra and do some shopping for some food for, say, breakfast and dinner and stuff like that. Because it is a cheap motel, we don't get food provided. So we're going to stop at Canberra for about 10 minutes, and that would easily give us a top up to get there. So compared to a petrol car, doing this trip is just as quick as any other car on the road. So we're not ruining our weekend. We're having a weekend way down the snow. It's taking us exactly the same amount of time regardless. We're stopping for 10 minutes to shop, toilet break, have some lunch and recharge. I mean, let's have a look and see what a better route plan has got to say. And plan the route. So again, this is telling us to go via Canberra compared to the Tesla generic navigation, which told us to stop at Cooma. Either way, it doesn't make any difference. Only stopping for a total time of 10 minutes. Total cost 9 minutes 83. Well, as you know, we bought this car using a referral code. We get 1,500 kilometres of free supercharging. So the total cost for this trip to Canberra, I mean, the total cost to recharge at Canberra is free. The advantages of ordering a car with a referral code: you get free kilometres on your supercharging. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you do it? So yeah, please do it if you're going to order a Tesla. So yeah, a total trip cost for this trip is $0. It takes no longer than a petrol car. Stop at 10 minutes for a toilet break, lunch break, do a quick bit of shopping. So the car will probably be well overcharged what we actually need. And it's going to cost us absolutely nothing for this whole weekend to be ruined by the government. I mean, by an EV, sorry. So that's it. That's planning a EV road trip to Jindabyne, approximately 500 kilometres from Sydney to the snow. It really isn't that hard. Come on. Anybody can do it. Oh, especially if you have a long range EV. Things like the Hyundai Cooma could easily do this trip as well. Charges on the way, equal range. So good for almost 500 kilometres. So these EVs available in Australia, they can do these long trips on a weekend. So don't listen to what the government tells you. EVs will not ruin your weekend. So what we're going to do now is about to head off. And first stop, Canberra. We'll probably detour via Mittagong and Jindabyne just to show you guys what the charging stations are like there. Just to check in. I've never been to them. So we're about to head off now, fully charged. So how about you guys go sit in the back and we hit the road. First stop, Mittagong. We're going to drop in here and have a look at the Mittagong DC fast charger installed by the NRMA. So thanks NRMA for installing these chargers. They're everywhere. There's 40 of them so far, I think. We don't need to stop there because we've got the our free supercharging credit, and we can easily make it to Canberra or even down to Jindabyne without having to charge. So we're not going to do the wrong thing and hog a spot that could be used by somebody else that might actually need it. We're just going to stop there, have a look, because I've never been there before. And if any of you guys haven't been there before either, I'll show you guys what's around there. Have a look. Yeah, I know I said earlier we'll probably stop at Jindabyne to have a look at the supercharger there and maybe the big Merino, but we've decided not to. Even with this really strong headwind of 50 kilometres an hour, blowing the car everywhere, we've still got plenty of power left to make it to Canberra. And we only need to stop there for about 10-15 minutes. We're going to do shopping anyway, so we decided to just go straight past Jindabyne and head for the Canberra supercharger for another toilet stop and shopping break and quick recharge. Well, I've just discovered a big problem that's really going to ruin this weekend. We pulled in the supercharger, 25% battery remaining in the car after a drive from Sydney and Mittagong. We went into Macca's, went to the toilet, ordered food, and by the time we'd even come out of the toilet, our car was already had enough charge in it to get us to Jindabyne. our weekend. Now, you know, we expected to take you for hours waiting the car to charge and have a totally ruined, a perfect weekend. But unfortunately, the car's the charge is well over what we need to get where we need to go. We haven't even eaten our food yet. We haven't even picked it up. So by the time we picked up our food, they got the order wrong. I took it back. We sat in the car, ate our food. The car had already charged to 98%. Now, I only needed 35% charge in the battery to get us to Jindabyne. Even in this wind, on the Better Route Planner app with the 15 metres per second headwind factored in. So that's our weekend ruined now. Don't you hate when you're just sitting at Macca's eating lunch on the way through your weekend away and your car charges itself to 100% and it doesn't cost you a single cent? Weekend ruined.
We had to try and eat quicker so we didn't get idle fees.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're hitting 100% and we're like, ah.
So, next stop, Cooma. We'll probably have a look at the supercharger there and check in.
No need to charge.
No need to charge though, but we want to check in there, maybe put a bit of charge in the car because we might want to do some driving around to Thredbo, Perisher, Charlottes Pass this evening with the cameras and get some nice shots of the sunset and the stars and the car and the snow and that sort of stuff, as was the original plan of this weekend's trip. So, following the Monaro Highway to Jindabyne. Oh, we made it to Jindabyne. And fortunately, there's an NMA DC fast charger, literally just 5-second walk from the grocery store in the centre of town. So we stopped at the NMA DC fast charger. So once again, thanks NMA for that, for the free charge again.
Longer cables.
But yeah, longer cables would be nice. You sort of with this, you've got to park offset a little bit because of the charge port being on that one corner. So we went shopping, grabbed the supplies for tonight, for dinner tonight, and for some fruit and veggies for breakfast in the morning. Accommodation we can charge at. Very cheap tonight. $52 I think we paid for two of us for the one night in Jindabyne, which is awesome. But don't forget, it is outside of ski season, of course. It'd probably be 4 times or 10 times that during the ski season. But now we've checked out the room, we put everything back in the fridges in the room, and now we're heading up to Perisher now. And from the weather reports, it's looking like it's actually dumping down because it's 0.3 degrees and raining on the radar. So 0.3 degrees and rain usually means snow or sleet at minimum. So it should be an interesting drive up the mountains. But yeah, thanks mate for the quick top up, the charge. We've still got 82% left in the battery. Awesome. So no such thing as range anxiety on this trip, that's for sure.